Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
From the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandem. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home, from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, wache, dollof, Ghana dollof. Oh my God, Ama dollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
From the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandem. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home, from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollar, Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Camina. Camina hair!
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. God, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
From the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandu. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollar, Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yeah.
Best radio show. The best radio show.
All around the world. Broadcasting live online. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Starr Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harrison, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Starr Radio. Don't go nowhere. UK, London. We they call them London for home. For here, we they call them London. And that's how you know. Just have fun and stay blessed.
Broadcasting live online. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
All right, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Monday edition of the Morning Show. Today is Monday, the 15th day of June, the year 2026, with a time now exactly 17 minutes past 11. What a wonderful weekend it was wherever you are listening to us from. I hope that you had a very good weekend. Those of you watching all the football, the World Cup tournament, the games, the various games, I salute you. And all of you, I mean, those who have won, those who have lost, whichever. Well. But the big games are still pending. England, yeah, and Ghana is one, yeah. Those are my two countries, you know. But so where do I belong to? When both of them are playing, I'll be neutral. That is how God does with us. Or when we want to back against ourselves, God stays out of it. So you get it on. But wherever you are, that's just by way of a joke now. Well, wherever you are, once again, I wanted to welcome you all. Let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Good morning to Perry. Good morning to Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services and Money Man, to HRH Linda Pallien. Good morning to you. Oh, you back with you this good morning. Mr. Mr. Chamfrimpong. Good morning, Chilizi. Mamunina Chen. I hope you're all doing very, very well. All the way Ghana. Yes, Atakofi. Good morning, Niana Joe. Good morning to you in Ashaman, the chief of Ashaman. Good morning, Eben in Cape Town, South Africa. Antonio. Good morning. Good morning to you there as well. And a special good morning goes to no other one but the one and only. Yes, Bishop Adesina Anthony Adedeji Shamsuddin Aziz. Good morning. Good morning to Mr. Laimi Koiki, Mr. Frank Davis, Mr. KB Bossman, Vicky Newton, and my own May Queen. Massive good morning to you, May. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Curtis and Mami, hope you're all doing very, very well there. Okay. So, welcome to the program once again. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is the Monday edition of the morning show. And I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right, then. If you don't know, now you know. So, by what program outline, this is how the program is going to go. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit. Then the travel update will move on from there. And then we take you global trotting. And then after that, we'll continue to look at some of the stories, making the round, the details of them. At a quarter to 12, the line will be activated for you to add your voice to the discussion. At 12 o'clock exactly, we'll bring the curtains. We'll cross over to Cyprus to bring you Career 101, wherever our own HRH Linda Pallien will be this morning or today. And then we'll bring you Career 101 from then. Then after that, exactly at approximately 12:30, the curtains are brought down for the end of the program. But in the gist, that's what's going to happen. But as I've been announcing, this program is one that's going to come your way pretty soon on Starr Radio UK. Health with Patricia coming soon on Starr Radio UK. We're looking at what? About the 26th. Yes, the producers are working assiduously on it, but I'll do my best to see whether sometime this week we can have Patricia joining us to tell us more about what she wants to do or what she will be doing on Health with Patricia. Okay then. So until then, look forward to it. Keep your diaries open. But it's going to be a Tuesday. It's going to be on Tuesday from 12 to 12:30 when our program comes your way. Unless the producer changes when or the time of Tuesday that the program is going to be coming your way. But it will be coming as part of the morning show as well. So wherever you are, once again, good morning and welcome to the show. Now, let's move on straight to the quote for the day. But let me take the opportunity to say happy birthday to my lovely sister, belated. I did wish her, not that I forgot, I did wish her yesterday and then called her, spoke to her as well. Delta, I love you to bits and massive good morning to you and happy birthday. Atakovi, greetings. It's a greetings board. Thank be to God for a new day. Yes, a new day and a new week. And I pray that everything that you are doing will work out well for you. And to all citizens of Ashama and then to Ghana as well. And the world as a whole, right? Good. All right then. And the quote for the day says, success flows to and from people who are determined to be successful and are indeed successful. That is how success flows. So what do you think about all that? Niana Najo, once again, massive good morning to you. Chief of Ashaman, hope you are doing very well. And the good work that you are doing in Ashaman, I'm so happy about the fact that when the floods hit, they didn't hit Ashaman. Please, that means that there's something good going on there. I can't wait to visit Ghana and then come and visit you guys there as well. I promise. When I'm hitting the ground, I will let you know. All right then. Now, when it comes to the weather front, for every one of us here in the UK, I'm talking about the London and the southeastern part of England. This afternoon, we'll see any lingering showers die out to leave it dry with plenty of sunshine. Sunny spells are warm in places. Tonight will be mostly dry with a variable cloud and clear spells. A very mild night expected as well. The top temperature is going to be 22 degrees. The lowest is going to be 15 degrees. UV level is going to be moderate. Pollen is going to be very high. So those of you who suffer from hay fever, yes, you know what to do. Now, pollution is going to be low. Sunset 21:19 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 04:43 hours. And this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So now we move on. To the travel updates this morning, wherever you might be. But here in London and southeastern part, or the whole of the UK, this is what is happening this morning when it comes to your travels. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads. That's keeping navigated, our promise, our bond. Well, those of you using the underground and overground this morning, there's lots of issues there. The central line is experiencing severe delays on the entire line. The district line, severe delays between Turnham Green and Richmond. Now, Elizabeth line, severe delays between Heathrow Terminals 5. Okay, updates have come in. Yeah. So, okay, let's go back. Central line, severe delays on the entire line. Metropolitan line, severe delays between Aldgate and Wembley Park. Victoria line, minor delays on the entire line. That aside, all the other underground lines that we were talking about earlier on and are all running a good service. Now, the Mild May is also running, has a suspension on the entire line, so it's not running at all. And that aside, all the other overground lines and DLR London Tram Link are running a good service. On the major roads in London, what have I got for you? On the major roads in London, there are no exceptional delays this morning. That means it's good there. And then on the Woolwich Ferry, they are on the river bus. My apologies. Why did I say Woolwich Ferry? On the river bus this morning, I can tell you assuredly, there are planned closures for the Woolwich Ferry. So that is not in operation. That aside, all the others are running a good service. The London Cable Car is running a good service there. And then we've got the National Rail that is also having a few issues. But as I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. As we keep navigated our promise, our bond. To my lovely baby sister Delt. Once again, good morning. Thanks for joining in and watching us there as well, Ghana. Okay, now Great Western Railway, Heathrow Express, Southeastern are all offering special service. That aside, all the others are running a good service, and that's how I would say it once again as I normally would. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a quick commercial break. We come back. And then we go global trotting.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Otta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK. Before we go global trotting, well, announcement again. Health with Patricia coming your way soon, as they say. Yeah, sometime this week I'll do my best to bring her on the show for her to tell us more about what she is going to be doing or what she is doing. Health with Patricia. It'll be coming your way every Tuesday. From 12 o'clock. Yeah, so 12 to 12:30 we'll bring you Health with Patricia. As I said, and unless the producers change the timings, that's how it's going to be. It's going to be part of the morning show, the final aspect of the morning show on Tuesdays. But we'll be telling you exactly the day when it's all going to be starting. But God willing, we'll try to see whether we can bring her your way. Now, let's go global trotting. Now, what have I got for you? Of course, I got something for you. And what is it? Let me tell you more about that. Now, kicking off from home here, well, this week is going to be a daunting week for the Prime Minister. The Thursday is going to be the by-election. Which might bring in Andy Burnham. And if Andy Burnham should come in, which now he has come first or said or put out his intention of challenging the Prime Minister as a leader of the Labour Party. So we're going to be telling you more about that. And when that happens, and then the Prime Minister is ousted, but the Prime Minister is saying, I'm not going out just like that. I mean, you have to be pulling me out, scratching and everything. That is going to throw the kitchen sink in and everything to fight for his position. We'll tell you more about that. But this morning, under 16s are to be banned from social media. Starr has announced Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X will be among the platforms banned by spring 2027, the government has said. Quite an interesting one. How would it all go down? It's why because I'll comment about that. I saw a few people that I know, their kids who were on there doing it, and I was like, do the parents even know? But I decided not to roughen the waters, but whatever it is. Now, OnlyFans agents control and threaten creators while taking half their earnings. OnlyFans agents control and threaten creators while taking half their earnings. That is pertaining to what again? All those who are doing those social media trending and stuff like that. Arrest made after seizure of Russian Shadow Fleet oil tanker, and assisted dying returns to Parliament as MP urges peers to finish the job. How are they going to finish it? Are they going to sign it or what? Should people be allowed to take their own lives when they got to a point where doctors can say that, look, this where you got into, and the person's going through excruciating pains? And what do you think about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In other stories making the rounds from the United States of America and moving on to other parts of the world as well. Trump has heralded Iran's deal, but questions and risks remain. The announcement of an Iran deal was a welcome birthday gift for the president, but its success or failure may hinge on the details. Like when he came and he said, you know, when I come in, I tell you, in less than 24 hours, I'll sort out the peace. I'll put out a peace deal and stop the war between Russia and Ukraine. And oh boy, did we see it going on, or has it stopped? All right, then we'll tell you more about Trump and thousands of others watch UFC fight on White House lawn. Yeah. Okay, for his birthday bash. A U.S. star Gaji wins at Trump's UFC White House show. I'm going to be telling you more about that wherever you are. Don't you go away. This is Starr Radio UK. The rain has started chucking down. I could hear it. I don't know whether maybe those of you listening to us can watching us or listening to us can hear it as well. But whatever it is, we'll move on. In Europe as well. Okay, my apologies. We'll come to the European stories there. But first of all, let's go to the Latin American area. Okay, and what have I got there? U.S. musician Oliver Tree dies in helicopter collision in Brazil. The singer-songwriter is among 6 people presumed dead in air crash over Rio de Janeiro yesterday. On the Sunday, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. And men kidnap high-ranking security officials in Haiti. Would that broker or bring about a bit of peace there? Okay, and who are these armed men and high-ranking security official? Who is he? Is he official of the government or what? We'll tell you more about that. A man apologizes for making racist gesture at Korean in World Cup match. U.S. kills leader of Venezuela trend the Aragua gang in airstrike. Trump has said. All right. Okay. So we move on. In Europe, as I did say earlier on, well, Norwegian Crown Princess's son has been found guilty of 2 counts of rape. Norwegian Crown Princess's son has been found guilty of 2 counts of rape. Maurice Borg Hobby, the 29-year-old son of Norway's Crown Prince Mette Marit, has been found guilty of 2 counts of rape and given 4 years in jail. Ooh, royal going to the jail. Okay, and Russian strikes killed 9 and set historic cathedral in Kiev ablaze. Oh, they are going for the kill, right? And another story, Norway braces for verdict in rape trial of Crown Prince. No, we've said it already. And Swiss voters reject 10 million population cap. They didn't want to go beyond that. But are we able to control population growth? Should we do so? What lessons have been learned with that of China and the fact that now they need more people, more youth to now be able to work to help take care of the elderly. I'm going to tell you more about all that. Australian Prime Minister demands answers after Pakistan police shot dead girl while on holiday. Pakistani police said 9-year-old was mistakenly shot as they pursued a group of armed robbers. Ooh, a sad one. And China detains 2 leaders of an influential underground church. Well, so all those going to be coming your way. And UK and Japan agree 18 billion investment deal. From where to where? You want to know more? You got to stay tuned. I'm going to bring that all your way. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Now, in the Middle East as well at 11:34, Trump heralds deal questions and risks remain. Iran and US agree deal to end war as Trump says Strait of Hormuz will be reopened. Pakistan, the key mediator, says the agreement will end military operations on all fronts and be signed on Friday in Switzerland. Okay, so let's see what is going to happen there. On the African front, and what have I got there for you? As we all come your way from Starr Radio UK. In South Africa, TV star arrested after allegedly kidnapping man in girlfriend dispute. Oh boy. Now Molemo Jab Morihanye is accused of trapping a taxi driver in a car and firing a gun in the man's direction. Oh boy. Well. Sap Amar tries to give Ivory Coast perfect start. There are some stories making the rounds there as we continue. Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now moving on to other parts of Africa as well to look at the stories making around Russia. Okay, I already talked about that earlier on. Middle East fuel crisis keeps Mozambique fishermen ashore. So the impact of this is no joke. And Somaliland president visits Jerusalem in defiance of Somalia itself. It's quite an interesting one, interesting development there. But what do you think? People with albinism get free cancer screening in Kenya. Why? Okay, is it because of their skin? So it's making it so that they are more exposed to having cancer? Is that why they are doing so? Or what exactly is happening there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. From Nigeria as well, what have I got? Painful loss. Saraki mourns Major General Rabi. 6 wives released. Ekiti Guba, Senator Natasha, others PDP leaders rally support for Oluyede ahead of June 20 polls. And Abdul Salami says Abiola was never set to be sworn in immediately despite June 12 victory. So what was going to happen there? And there was that coup that takeover where Abiola was still kept in prison and ended up losing his life. What took place there, you and I were not there and we might never know. El-Rufai appears in court as ICPC corruption trial continues, and Nigeria Army arrests 46 suspected illegal immigrants in Ogun State. Going to be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. At 11:38, and then in Ghana versus England clash steeped in history heritage. Ooh, these are the two countries that I'm supporting. So, what do I do when both of them are playing? What can I do? What can I do? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Defend democratic governance. Mahama Ayariga rallies young people. Well, is democracy good for us at all? That's a question I've been asking all the time. This kind of democracy that African countries are using or mimicking from the West. Now, when we talk about the kind of democracy or the rule that was happening during Gaddafi's time, how did we see that? Did it actually impact people positively or negatively, the wider community? What do you think about all that? We're going to be looking at that. There was some representation there. It's only that the leadership of the country itself was one that wasn't voted for. But the various bodies, the various legislature were all voted for. What do you think? Well, and with other countries, Niger, Burkina Faso, and is it Mali, who are now all being led by military juntas, the question is, are they benefiting from it, or is it better off than what they were seeing at first? Now, Kenny Japan asked one to me about 30 million Exim Bank saga. And what did he say? You want to know more? You got to stay tuned, because I'm going to bring you more and more and more from all there. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break. Once we come back, I'll bring you the details of the stories that we've looked at. It's 11:40.
Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, and now we delve in deeper to the stories that are making the rounds this morning. Now, Keir Starmer says under 16s will be banned from social media by spring 2027. Now, key points from the announcement I'm going to be bringing your way, but we're looking at Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. and are among the platform. They are among the platforms that are going to be affected, but not WhatsApp or Signal. The government has said a full ban is the right choice. I'm not prepared to compromise on the safety and happiness of our children, Sama says in a televised statement. At a high school in Walthamstow, Manchester, year 8 and 9 people have their say on social media. Sean, 13, says it's a bad place, while Isaac, also 13, says he is disappointed. Ministers opted for a ban instead of trying to make platforms safer. Now, meanwhile, Louise Gibson, the mother of 11-year-old Noah, who is allegedly to have died after attempting an online challenge, says this is right for children and this is right for parents. Now, in Australia, which became the first country in the world to introduce a similar ban in December, reporters say that little has changed and teenagers are bypassing age restriction systems. Now, quite an interesting bit there, because I'm looking at it that, when the children, even you go on sites, various sites, and then you're telling them, at the moment they see you coming, maybe they close it, even if it's on a laptop or whatever, and then you want to go back to it. But they are so smart or smarter than the older generation or their parents, and therefore they are able to outwit their parents. But if you're a parent and you're listening to us, do you agree with that? Some are saying that, they shouldn't be doing that. Now, if you are on the, I know that there might be minority in the youth, okay, or under 16s, who are mentally resilient. I can't dispute that at all. They are mentally resilient, and they are ones that they can look at things and those things does not have the magnitude of negative impact that is having on others. So it might have, but slightly, because mentally they are very resilient. Okay. But there are majority of them who are easily influenced or whatever by it. So what do we say about that? If you're a parent listening to us this morning, what do you think? What do you think about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Sama adds that the government is not prepared to compromise on the safety and happiness of children, and that includes in the regulation and enforcement of this ban. He says the government has listened to and learned from countries like Australia, where a similar ban has already been introduced. The government is also going further with world-leading action on gaming services and live streaming platforms. He says if passed in Parliament, the ban will come into force by spring 2027, he adds. Now, overnight curfews and measures to combat infinite scrolling under consideration. So the child, you say, go to bed. That child goes into their bedroom because you say they should know what telly at a particular time, that you get off their laptops or their tablets, and then they go and then they have their phones, and then they'll be watching. The time they wake up in the morning to go to school, they're already tired. It's a bit more from the statement released by the government. The government says it will go further than a blanket ban on social media by blocking harmful functions such as live streaming and stranger communications with children under 16. If you are a child listening to, you are a parent listening to me this morning, do you agree? Or you think, don't trample on the rights of my kids, let them do whatever they want to do? Now, these restrictions, which together with the ban go further than any other country, will apply to a wider range of online services, including on gaming sites. It says restrictions on these functionalities will also be on by default for under 16s and 17s olds to prevent a cliff edge at 16. The government will also be looking in more details at overnight curfews and breaks in infinite scrolling for under 18s old, and will set out more details in July. So we'll be watching very closely what the government intends doing there. But interestingly, the question is, if you're a parent this morning with this announcement, does it give you the confidence that government has got the interest of your child, yes, at hand? Or you think they could have gone much further? Or you think, they should just leave them alone, let them live their lives? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK at 12 minutes to 12, and as at 12 o'clock, we'll be crossing over to Cyprus or where HRH is to bring you Career 101, which I promise to bring your way. Wherever you are, don't touch the dial. But if you can post your comments on the platforms that we are broadcasting on, or send us any text messages or WhatsApp messages, the number I'll be bringing that your way in a jiffy. So just bear with me. You can text or you can WhatsApp us. The number is what? Just hold on whilst the producer sends me those details, because there's a number that we can use to do so, as my producer has said. And yes, it is 07539 661 744 07539 661 744, and we'll have you heard. You can WhatsApp, you can text us, and we will hear it. All right, then. Now let's move on. Now, still in the UK, Rebecca, an OnlyFans creator, has joined an agency after they promised to help her earn more on the adult social media platform. Instead, they abuse her, threaten her daughter, and despite violent marksmen to attack her at her home. She says they were lovely at the beginning. The 29-year-old from South Wales says her new managers told her she was beautiful and they never seen a girl like her before. Ooh, I bet you they were lying. Now, but within weeks, they turned quite controlling, insulting her appearance and forbidding her from going out with her friends. The abusive behavior escalated after she changed her account login details, worried the agency will cause her could access her account, will lock her out. She says, I will have you and your daughter wrote off, said one message seen by investigative team on the BBC. A brick smashed her window, and a few weeks later, two marksmen arrived at her house. One came inside, she says, strangled her and threw her up and down the stairs. Well, pictures that have been obtained by the reporters shows bruises over her legs and throat. Her ordeal forms part of a pattern of allegations against agents self-styled online as OnlyFans managers. That's OFMs. They promise to help creators grow their businesses on the platform, but information coming through the investigating team says that findings show that sometimes exploitative and threatening behavior is emitted by these ones. So, is online a very good place for kids? If an adult, a 29-year-old, could not stand up for herself, what about a little kid? And so, what do you think about what the government is doing at the moment? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, on his 80th birthday, that was my sister's birthday as well, and that was Mr. Darren Togbow's birthday, and Pastor George Lawson's birthday. They all celebrate the same birthday, the 14th, with Donald Trump, with all this, my beautiful sister Delta, Mr. Togbow, and Pastor Joyce, I call her Bluffo. Yeah. Well, Trump has heralded the announcement of a deal to end hostilities between U.S. and Iran has provided Donald Trump with very welcome birthday present, although it's wrapped in a fair measure of uncertainty. The U.S. president said in his social media post heralding that agreement that the Strait of Hormuz will be open to commercial shipping and the U.S. will lift its naval blockade. Let the oil flow, Trump exclaimed on Sunday. He went on to declare that in contrast with the failures of past U.S. presidents, he secured a great deal that will bring peace and security to the whole region. I was looking at some biblical stories, or not, analyzing some biblical or topical issues when it comes to religion, and we're looking at the end times and what things have to happen, Armageddon, and all those bits. And I asked myself the question: are we doing everything possible to stop? I mean, those of you who are religious, to stop what God wants to do or come to pass, or is it one of the things that has to be done in the meantime before the end times come? That's a reflection. Tell me what you think about that. It's quite an interesting one, right? Okay. Now, he went on to declare that in contrast with the failures of past U.S. presidents, he secured a great deal that will bring peace and security to the whole region. Now, such hyperbole is nothing new for Trump, of course. His declarations about last year's agreement ending the Gaza war, a peace for all eternity, and the beginning of the age of faith and hope and of God were equally sweeping, even as the reality on the ground has fallen far short. In such high stakes diplomatic agreements, such of success or failure usually hinges on the details, and here the details are scarce. The U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance said in a Sunday evening interview with one of the U.S. news network Fox News that Iran never possessing a nuclear weapon was built into this agreement, and that the U.S. will be able to verify compliance. Yet, questions remain over crucial issues, including what the restrictions on enrichment will be and what should happen to the stockpile of highly enriched uranium Iran has now. Now, I look at that. I look at when after the USSR was disbanded, I call it that, dissolved, and states came out of it, and then Ukraine that had lots of highly enriched uranium and nuclear capabilities and everything were told by international bodies, including the UK, the US, and the UN, and saying that they were assuring, and Russia assuring them not being attacked. And what happened next? Boy, you don't want to know, do you? Well. So do you think Iran, looking at all those things, will say, yeah, we agree with you, we're going to do what you want us to do? Really? Well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. But we hope that some peace will prevail there, and at least we see prices of commodities and inflation coming down, because it's impacting ways of lives, not in that place, but across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I can only touch on a few of the other stories as we move on because of our time. Now, Norwegian Crown Prince Marius Borg Hobby, the 29-year-old son of Norway's Crown Princess Mette-Marit, has been found guilty of 2 counts of rape and sentenced to 4 years in prison. The 3 judges in courtroom 250 at Oslo District Court cleared him of 2 other counts of rape, but found him guilty of many of the other offenses of which he had been accused. Hobby was not in court for the verdict for unspecified health reason, but joined the session via video link. Prosecutors had called for Hobby to be given 7 years and 7 months in prison. His defense lawyer had called for a lesser term of 18 months and can appeal against the verdict. Even though Marius Borg Hobby is not himself a royal figure, the trial has cast a shadow over the broader royal family. His mother married Crown Prince Haakon when he was 4 and he grew up within the family. The palace has said it will not comment on Monday's verdict. Mette-Marit is very ill with a form of pulmonary fibrosis and has recently been placed on a lung transplant list. Her son's lawyers have repeatedly sought his release from prison so he could spend time with his mother because of her declining health. Now, after the verdict, Hobby defense lawyer Peter Sekulik again asked the court for his release. Although Oslo District Court initially granted his release last week, the decision was overturned by the Supreme Court. One of the 3 judges on the trial, Judge John Sverdrup Efstad, began the session early on Monday with a summary of their conclusions before going into a 128-page ruling explaining the verdict. Now, Hobby denied all 4 counts of rape, but the judges convicted him of raping 2 women, including one of the Crown Prince's estate on the Crown Prince's estate at Skagun in 2018 and another involving a woman in Oslo in 2024. So what happened to him? Is it position that has gone into his head or what? Ladies and gentlemen, okay, this is Star Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, a final one from Europe, and then we'll go on quickly to Africa and look at some of the stories. At least 9 people have been killed in a wave of Russian strikes on Ukraine that set a major religious landmark in Kyiv on fire. The 11th century Domitian Cathedral was significantly damaged in what President Volodymyr Zelensky called one of the biggest Russian crimes against Christian culture. Today, Russia denied hitting the site. Meanwhile, a Ukrainian drone attack in the Russian city of Tula killed 3 people and wounded 3 others, including a 1-year-old. Local officials have said drone and missile strikes set fire to buildings and cars and left more than 140,000 people in Kyiv without electricity. Its mayor Vitaly Klitschko said. Now, most of Ukraine was under air raid warnings on Monday. The Kyiv strikes, which targeted several residential buildings, left at least 23 people wounded, while 5 others were wounded in Kharkiv. Star Radio UK. Let me say good morning to Dr. Michael Amponsa. That's one of his hometowns, Ukraine. And I remember Kharkiv very, very well. Okay. But it's all coming away from Star Radio UK. At 12 o'clock exactly, we're supposed to be crossing over to Cyprus. But let me bring you a couple of stories from here, and then we can bring the first part of the program to a close and cross over to Cyprus to bring you Career 101. Now, South Africa's TV presenter and rapper Malemo Marahanye, also known as Job, has been arrested for allegedly kidnapping a taxi driver and shooting a gun in his direction. Marahanye is said to have confronted the driver in Edenvale, a town roughly 25 kilometers from Joburg, accusing him of forming a relationship with his girlfriend. According to the police, Marahanye allegedly forced the unnamed man into his vehicle on Sunday and fired his gun towards him. The man escaped unharmed and immediately drove to a nearby police station. The police statement says Marahanye has not yet commented. The alleged confrontation took place at 07:30 hours local time, 05:30 hours GMT, after the driver had dropped off a passenger. Marahanye, who was at the time at one time one of South Africa's most popular musicians, will appear in Germiston Magistrate Court on Wednesday for an initial hearing. Police have said it's not his first encounter with the law. In 2012, he was convicted of murder and attempted murder after killing 4 children and wounding 2 others while drag racing. South Africa's High Court overturned the verdict 2 years later, convicting Marahanye of manslaughter instead. In 2023, the musician was arrested on charges of rape, attempted murder, and assault, following allegations made by an ex-girlfriend. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Moving on straight to one other story making the rounds. Well, Israeli President Isaac Herzog has welcomed counterparts from Somalia's breakaway region of Somaliland, Abdirahman Mohammed Abdullahi, in Jerusalem on Sunday. Both our countries acted with courage and realism. Israel recognized Somaliland as an independent state, which has been a reality on the ground for several decades, Herzog said during a joint news conference. Only one country desires to see us and recognize Somaliland, and that's the government of Israel and its people, said Abdullahi at the same briefing where the two leaders toasted together with orange juice. A number of countries rejected Israel's recognition of Somalia's breakaway region of Somaliland as an independent nation, the first by any country in more than 30 years. I remember Ethiopia also going into some agreement with them where we're going to use, because Ethiopia is landlocked, they're going to be using Somaliland as an entry point where they're going to be shipping their products and things through. And Somalia was really upset about that. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right. So as we move on to Nigeria, and let me bring you one story from there. The loss of one of Nigeria's political bighood or military bighood. Sariki is mourning Major General Rabi seeks the wife's release. A former Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki has expressed sadness over the death of retired Major General Rabi Abubakar, who reportedly died while in custody of his abductors. Rabi, a former director of Defense Information, was kidnapped alongside his wife while traveling through Katsina State. In a statement on Sunday, Saraki described the incident as a painful loss and extended condolences to the family of the deceased. His words: "I received the news of the death of retired Major General Rabi Abubakar with deep sorrow. The former Director of Defense Information was abducted alongside his wife while traveling through Katsina State. And after 2 weeks in the hands of his captors, he has sadly died. This is a painful loss for his family." And the other issue is, it goes on further to say, the former Senate President said his thoughts remained with Amina Abubakar, the wife of the deceased, who is still being held by the kidnappers. "My thoughts and prayers remain with his wife, Hajia Amina Abubakar, who is still being held in captivity," he said. Saraki urged security agencies to intensify efforts to secure her release and also conveyed his condolences to the government and people of Katsina State, as well as Nigeria's armed forces. The issue here is insecurity in Nigeria is real. It is real. At times I get worried about some people very close to me who I know travel there for various activities, and I'm asking myself, Well, a bit of history here for you. When it comes to Nigeria, let me bring you that. In an excerpt from his autobiography, okay, don't you worry. Former military head of state General Abdusalami Abubakar, retired, had revealed that his administration was considering several political options following the death of General Sani Abacha in 1998, but did not plan immediately swearing in Chief Mashood Kashimayo Olawale Abiola as president, despite widespread calls for his mandate to be recognized. In excerpts from his autobiography, Calls of Duty due for public presentation in Abuja, Abdusalami disclosed that his government was consulting stakeholders on how to resolve Nigeria's prolonged political crisis after Abacha's death. According to him, various options were being considered regarding Abiola's future, including the formation of a government of national unity, the commencement of a fresh transition program, or assigning Abiola as a significant role in the incoming Fourth Republic. The former military ruler acknowledged that some stakeholders had advocated the immediate inauguration of Abiola based on his victory in the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential election. However, he said his administration preferred consultation before taking any decision. The revelation has renewed debate over whether the military establishment ever intended to transfer power to Abiola, whose victory in June 12 election is widely regarded as Nigeria's freest and fairest poll. But well, at least they are saying that they had the intent of doing so. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. One final story, and then we'll move on to Career 101. The majority leader in Parliament, Mahama Yariga, has urged Ghanaians, especially young people, to defend and stand by Parliament and other organs of democracy, stressing that it is only in Parliament that different political parties can exist under the country's constitutional dispensation. He consequently urged the public to appreciate the role of legislature in preserving democratic governance. You cannot have a different political party in the executive, he said. The executive is either fully National Democratic Congress or fully MPP, but in the parliament you can have all the different political parties which have won seats, the majority leader explained, throwing the weight of the majority caucus in parliament behind the new educational series Parliament and You. Mr. Yariga urged young people to always choose democracy over any form of governance, stressing that parliament is really the place where democracy can be seen in action, framing democracy as basically about different shades of opinions being expressed, heard, and factored into national decisions. Now, it's easier said than done. But when you see upon all this, we saw people corrupting, and we have the what do you call them? The Auditor General's report coming through, and then we find out that people have squandered state funds and are not being made to pay, or have not paid those monies yet. And yet we go on and say, you know what, democracy is the best thing that ever happened. And people go on squandering the funds, and when projects are being awarded and people just take the monies and not perform, or what they might do in other states or position is that they do a shoddy job of it, and the road that's supposed to be constructed, maybe the road supposed to last for another guarantee for maybe another 10 years or something, and in 2 years time the whole thing just falls apart. And it's a democracy is good. Now the legislature that is supposed to be able to regulate whatever government is doing are supposed to be the ones, and the opposition parties that are supposed to be there to be scrutinizing those things are silenced in a way. So I don't know. But again, I talk about this all the time, and I come to what happened in Libya under the reigns of Muammar al-Gaddafi. Now, how he came in through a coup d'etat revolution, something he came in there. Initially, everything was struggling, going very pear-shaped and everything, but managed to carry the people with him. Definitely, there were opposition. Definitely, there were people who hate his guts. But if you look back now, sitting and breaking things and scrutinizing them, or doing a post-mortem over his period of reign, and looking at the fact that that was the only country in the world at the time that didn't owe any country anything. And that was a country where people were coming, people who are growing up knew for sure they are being taken care of. You didn't need to pay rent for anything. No, you get it. Because when they sell their oil products and everything, they make sure that their citizens are benefiting from it. Yes, let the bosses, let the heads, let the whatever, the ruling government or whatever, the government be enjoying, but they make sure that everybody is carried along. But do we see that in our democracy? And what was happening is that they had a way of democracy and their own one that they've created. Okay, so from the base, we have families electing or selecting people from their clans who form, let's say, the legislature, and then climbing up, and they nominate those there, nominate some people, vote for some people to go and represent them there, and then so there is fair representation. But because they were not voting for the leadership per se. When I say leadership, the president or the leader of the state, which Gaddafi called himself, he said he's not the president, he's not anything. He's just a leader or brother, so he called himself a brother. Well, they thought, you know what, accuse the dog or give the dog a bad name, and ended up killing him. And see how Libya has descended into now. So, the question once again that I sit and ask, is the democracy that we are practicing here? I talk about democracy, you see how the prime minister is quivering in his boots? You have the opposition figures and they can make big noise and they can make sure they so if you're not setting up and doing the right thing, it's just a matter of time, you will be found wanting. But can we say same about what is happening on the African front when we talk about democracy and all stuff, that we find ways and means to be able to maintain or position ourselves or entrench ourselves in positions because we've got the financial muscle or because we have power there and therefore entrench ourselves. And meanwhile, some people in the community, not some, majority of people are struggling. So what kind of democracy is this? So we have to live it for some time. It will develop into something, Until when? When you are dead and gone? Or what? Or maybe we need to give it a bit of a hope. Well, the countries that have decided that they didn't want democracy and decided to topple democratic systems, where do they find themselves? I'm someone to say, look at Burkina Faso. Tuareg is doing good there. Well, I'm yet to see significant improvement there because of the insurrections and the insecurity issue that is going on there. But maybe if things are better when it comes to security issues and they don't have insurgency and all this nonsense that is going on, maybe we'll see that the country or citizens are benefiting from that. But until then, I don't know whether this kind of democracy. So calling on the youth to say, follow us, be with us, and do all those things, carrying them along, I don't think it's gone far enough. My producer is saying that we might not be able to bring you Career 101 as well. Let me bring you one other story. Now, Kwesi Kwarteng, spokesperson for Kennedy Japan, a presidential aspirant and former member of parliament for Asin Central, has revealed that Kennedy once questioned the Central Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Echubo-Siako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, over his involvement in a 30 million Ghana cedis Exim Bank loan. According to Kwarteng, who is also former public relations officer for the Ministry of Education, although he did not have Kennedy Japan's permission to disclose the full conversation, he found Chairman Wontumi's response during their interaction somewhat concerning. Speaking on the TV interview, excerpts of which have circulated on social media, Kwarteng explains that the conversation took place after Wontumi had been detained by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Yoko. He recalled that party members had struggled to meet Wontumi's bail conditions, with Brian Achampon and Kennedy Japan both stepping in to assist. Now, when Chairman Wontumi was detained by Yoko, party functionaries worked hard to meet his bail conditions. I recall Brian stood surety for him, and Ken also worked tirelessly to do the same. Now, when Wontumi was released, he went on to thank these high-profile individuals who had supported him. Now, during their interaction, the issue of Exim Bank loan came up. Although I don't have Ken's permission to share all these details, I remember Ken asked him about the matter, and Wontumi's response raised concerns for me. That's Kwarteng himself saying. Now, he added that Wontumi's explanation about how his firms acquired the funds, reportedly around 30 million Ghana cedis, and the outcome of the investment was quite troubling. It was concern for me. I don't have Ken's permission to disclose everything, but seeing the plea bargain application now, I'm not surprised given the prior knowledge I had, he noted. Meanwhile, the criminal trial involving Chairman Wontumi had taken a new turn after he filed for a plea bargain in the Exim Bank fraud case. A court filing from the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice cited on June 11, Ghana website confirmed that Wontumi, through his lawyers and the Kwame Appiah-Kubi, wrote to the Attorney General seeking plea negotiations. The request dated June 5 was filed under Section 162C subsection 3 of the Act 30. The document titled Notification of Commencement of Plea Negotiation was signed by Deputy Attorney General Dr. Justice Sremsai. It listed the accused persons as Bernard Enchubosiakun's first accused, Thomas Enchubosiakun, who is at large, second accused, and Wontumis Farms Limited, third accused. The matter is before the High Court in Accra under docket so Attorney General Dr. Dominic Akrutinja Ayene had earlier revealed in December 2025 that investigation into Wontumis Farms loan arrangements showed that Chairman Wontumi failed to purchase any equipment required under the terms of the facility despite funds being disbursed. So when the bank released funds to you and you fail to use those funds to do what you said you want to do, somebody say, now what if I'm looking at the whole thing and I said that I need to rather diversify and then move that money into another office or something. So far as I'm paying, what's your beef? But interestingly, at times it doesn't work that way. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have to bring the program to a close for today. It's been a pleasure coming your way. I'm going to bring you take a quick commercial, and then when that commercial ends, you don't hear from me. Boy, you know that I'm out of here. Thank you. And don't touch the dial. This is your one and only Archie. It's been a pleasure coming your way this day, the 15th day of June 2026. Thank you and God bless you all. See you all tomorrow on the Tuesday edition of the morning show. But until then, I'm out like that. See ya. Bye.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
This is Starr Radio UK.
All around the world.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed